Oh my gosh! Hello, distinguished Val. Today we're talking about exclamations of surprise, exasperation, and fear. Typically, when astonished, people would exclaim, "Oh my god," which now has its own acronym, OMG.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Look at that face. Oh my god. Who is she?
But doing so is in violation of the third commandment, which prohibits the use of the name of the Lord in vain. So people switch to an alternative, "oh my gosh," where they begin saying "oh my god," then realize that they're about to violate a commandment and swap the D for sh. That's how "oh my gosh" came to be. When encountering Jiminy Crickets as a way of expressing surprise, you might think of this character from Disney's 1940 film Pinocchio.
Jiminy Crickets.
However, Disney's Snow White was actually filmed 3 years before Pinocchio, and the term Jiminy Crickets has been in use since the 19th century.
And Jiminy Crickets, do the locals consider amongst the bee's knees?
The reasons were similar. Apart from exclaiming, "oh my god," people would also say, "good Lord" and "Jesus Christ." And Jiminy Crickets evolved as a way of using the same initials as Jesus Christ, J and C, and not violating the third commandment. And for the same reason, as an alternative to exclaiming Jesus Christ, Jeepers Creepers came into popular use in the United States in the 1920s and the 1930s.
Jeepers! You believe in the Loch Ness Monster, Velma?
By Jove is an exclamation of surprise which came into the English language in the 14th century as a way to refer to the Roman god Jupiter.
Well, by Jove.
In 1588, Shakespeare used this expression. "By Jove, I have always took 3 threes for 9. The idiom, "I'll be a monkey's uncle," also used to express surprise or disbelief, came as a sarcastic response to Charles Darwin's 1871 book, The Descent of Man.
Well, I'll be a monkey's uncle.
Since Darwin's claim that man had descended from apes was considered ridiculous and offensive, the term, "well, I'll be a monkey's uncle," was coined as a way to express doubt or disbelief. Great Scott is an exclamation of dismay and surprise, which can be traced back to the 1840s and America's General Winfield Scott. General Scott was a major figure in the Mexican-American War, and he was a tall man, standing at over 6 feet tall. That makes it clear where the word great comes from. The men in his command adopted the exclamation "Great Scott" as a way to swear by their leadership, and nowadays it is considered somewhat of an old-fashioned term.
Great Scott, these are fantastic!
Great Scott, you're right!
In spoken English, there is slang for surprise. Blimey. It originated in the late 19th century as a minced oath for "God blind me." So when you put them together, they go as blimey. It's a very informal expression.
Blimey, is that the time? Blimey.
When surprised, people can often just exclaim, "What?"
What?
Or "What in the world?"
What in the world?
What is that?
So people often use these expressions when they are stressed.
Here, tell me that about.
But what can we say to people when they are stressed out?
And if someone gets upset, you say, "chill out."
Now you're gonna tell me what we're doing here?
Chill, grasshopper.
Now, the British are known for their ability to keep a cool head and for mastering the art of understatement. Like in 1982, when all 4 engines of a British Airways 747 on Flight 9 stopped working when it flew into a cloud of volcanic ash, Captain Eric Moody demonstrated a masterpiece of understatement.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your captain speaking. We have a small problem. All 4 engines have stopped. We're doing our damnedest to get it under control. I trust you are not in too much distress.
In 1939, during the Blitz, the government in the United Kingdom issued motivational posters that said the oh-so-famous "keep calm and carry on." And there are lots of other things that you can say to people when they are feeling stressed.
Okay, fine, I'm cool, I'm fine.
Please remain calm.
Don't worry, be happy.
Yep. He's nervous.
Oh, you have nothing to fear, little fella.
Take it easy. Take it easy.
Relax. Take it easy.
If you do die,
Don't worry about it. You might not actually be dead, or you might come back as a ghost, or in somebody else's flashback.